The first time I saw her, she wasn't human, and yet, something in her eyes felt painfully familiar. It was at Outpost 47, a quiet scientific station orbiting the barren moon of Illyra 9. I had been stationed there for 6 months, cataloging mineral signatures and analyzing atmosphere samples for the Terran Exploration Corps. It was a lonely assignment, just me, a crew of 6 researchers, and the endless hum of machinery. That day began like any other. I was in the biolab, running diagnostics on oxygen recyclers when the alarms blared. Unknown vessel approaching, the AI announced. Energy signature, unregistered. I rushed to the viewport. A small, battered ship drifted toward us, its hull scorched and pitted. It didn't match any known design, sleek, organic curves that seemed to ripple like the surface of water. Life signs detected, the AI added. 1 occupant. Fading. We brought it aboard. Inside, the air smelled of ozone and crushed violets. The cockpit was flooded with dim blue light, and in the center lay a girl, pale-skinned, silver-haired, with faintly glowing markings across her neck and wrists. Her pulse was weak, but steady. I carried her to the med bay myself. Her body was strange, bones lighter, skin almost translucent, and a faint luminescence that pulsed like a heartbeat beneath her veins. She woke 12 hours later. When her eyes opened, they were a color I'd never seen, something between sapphire and starlight. She flinched when she saw me, but didn't speak. Instead, she inhaled sharply, like she'd caught a scent in the air. Her pupils widened. Then, softly, she whispered, "You were the one I've been searching for." I froze. "What did you just say?" She looked at me, trembling. "Your scent, it's the same. I thought I'd lost it forever." Her name, she said, was Alyra from a world called Lasara, somewhere beyond mapped Terran space. Her species communicated partly through scent, a complex chemical language of memory, emotion, and identity. She claimed my scent matched someone she had known or lost. She tried to explain, "Our kind leaves imprints, fragments of memory, resonance. You smell like someone who once saved me." At first, I thought it was a delusion, a side effect of trauma or oxygen deprivation. But when I tried to scan her, my medical instrument shorted out, overwhelmed by an energy field that pulsed faintly from her skin. "You shouldn't even be alive," I muttered. She smiled faintly. "Neither should you." That night, she dreamed, or maybe remembered. I heard her whispering in her sleep, words in a language the translator couldn't parse. The outpost lights flickered whenever she stirred, as though the station itself responded to her. The next morning, she stood by the viewport, staring at the pale moon below. "Illyra," she said quietly. "We used to call it the grave star." "How do you know that?" I asked. "Because my people buried something there," she said, turning to me. "Something dangerous. And now it's waking up." We ran the scans together. Deep beneath the moon's surface, the sensors picked up massive energy signatures. Ancient machinery, dormant for eons, now flickering with power. "That can't be right," I said. "There's no recorded structure beneath that crust." She looked at me with eyes that shimmered faintly. "It's not recorded because we erased it. My people built weapons powered by memory itself, machines that could rewrite thought, reshape will. We destroyed them after the war." "What war?" "The one that ended Lasara." Something in her voice cracked then, and I felt the weight behind her words. A civilization capable of weaving emotion into energy, now reduced to one survivor. That night, I dreamed of cities of light, towers of glass rising from oceans that glowed from within. And in the heart of it, I saw her, not as she was now, but radiant, leading armies beneath silver skies. When I woke, She was sitting beside me, her hand hovering near my shoulder. "You saw it too," she whispered. How did you?" "When we bond through scent, memories flow both ways," she said softly. "You've carried fragments of me since I touched you." My heart raced. "You said I smell like someone you knew. Was it from that time?" "Yes," she said, voice trembling. "He was human. Like you. He found me during the war, helped me seal the last weapon before it devoured everything. He died there, or so I thought." Her gaze locked on mine. "But you smell like him. The same soul scent. The same pattern." I didn't know what to say. The logical part of me wanted to dismiss it as superstition, but a deeper part, the one that remembered that impossible dream, wasn't so sure. Days passed. The energy beneath the surface grew stronger, pulsing like a heartbeat through the outpost's metal floors. The AI began glitching, muttering phrases in languages it was never programmed to know. Alira grew restless. "It's calling," she whispered one evening. "The weapon is awake. If it fully activates, it won't stop with this moon. It will consume thought itself." "Then we shut it down," I said. She looked at me sadly. "Only one of us can. It's bound to my kind's neural signature, and the one who linked it shut must give themselves to it again." "You mean die?" She nodded. "It's the price of erasing its code." I stared at her. "No. There has to be another way." She smiled faintly. "That's what he said too." We descended together into the moon's core, guided by the faint light of her markings. The tunnels weren't natural. They were carved by precision beams, untouched for millennia. At the heart lay a vast chamber, and in it, a sphere of swirling silver energy, the Mind Forge. It pulsed like a living brain, strands of light weaving through the air. When we stepped closer, it reacted, releasing waves of thought so intense they made my vision blur. "Stay behind me," she said, stepping forward. But the energy lashed out, tendrils of memory and pain wrapping around us both. Images flooded my mind, cities burning, stars collapsing, her people screaming as their own creation turned against them. I saw her younger self kneeling beside a dying man, a human, pressing her forehead to his as the weapon sealed itself shut. He looked exactly like me. The shock nearly broke me. "That's impossible." Alira turned, tears shimmering. "It's you, or the echo of you. The universe remembers souls that defy fate. You came back." The Mind Forge roared, a hurricane of thought and energy. She reached for me. "If I do this alone, it will kill me. But if we link, share the burden, maybe it will let us both live." I grabbed her hand without hesitation. "Then let's finish what we started." Our minds fused. For a heartbeat, I felt everything. Her grief, her centuries of loneliness, the sound of her world dying. And beneath it all, the faint warmth of recognition, a thread that connected us across lifetimes. The Mind Forge screamed, collapsing inward as the chamber shook apart. Light consumed everything. When I woke, I was back on the surface. The outpost was silent. The AI was dead. The moon's energy signature had vanished. Alira lay beside me, pale but breathing. Her glow had dimmed, but her expression was peaceful. "It's over," I whispered. She opened her eyes slowly. "For now. But the forge took part of me and part of you." I felt it too, a pulse in my veins, faint but steady, like the afterimage of starlight. She smiled weakly. "Maybe it means we'll always find each other, no matter how many lives it takes."